We're going to be learning about Lightroom Classic, one of the best tools to do editing and organizing your photos. So keep in mind this is Lightroom Classic. It's not Lightroom CC, which is an entirely different program. This should be on your computers. All right, so the first item of business is importing your photos. So what you're going to do first is start a catalog. You're going to go to File, New Catalog. And I want you to save your catalog based on this file naming system above, which is year, month, day, your initials, and then some description of whatever it is you've taken, whatever event it was. So in my case, it's 23/03/06, yesterday, the JV basketball game. And add it here and click Create. Then what you'll want to do is import your photos. I'm not going to be doing that because I've imported 1,200 photos. But you can go down here and click on this import button. You can go up here and click import photos, whatever you want to do. You're going to import the photos from your desktop, and they should eventually load into your program. It should look something like this. Okay, so on to Lightroom Classic. So this is a great program for editing in the most non-destructive, efficient way possible. There are two modules I want you to be familiar with. One is up here is the library module. This is good for organizing, rating, cataloging your photos. And then we have develop. This is good for photo editing. All right, so I'm starting in the library. So what you're going to do is first you're just going to breeze through the photos and figure out what you like and don't like. And I recommend that you switch to the loop mode to do that by pressing the hotkey E. And it looks like that. And then just using your arrow keys, you can kind of breeze through, take a look at the photos that you have. Okay, in the event that you pick a photo that you like, that you're interested in including, it might not be like perfect, but a contender, what you're going to do is you are going to flag it. And you can flag it with P, the hotkey P, and it will flag as a pick. In the event that you'd like to unflag it, you can press X, and that will set as rejected. Another thing that you can do is use the star method by pressing the numbers 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 will give you stars accordingly. I recommend that you just stick with the flag method for starters. So I'm going to set it back to 0. I went back to 0. All right. So what you're going to do here is first you're just going to kind of breeze through these and flag the photos you're interested in flagging. P. I'm looking for kind of dramatic, interesting photos that show kids doing cool things, a variety of different angles and a variety of different subjects. So try to get as many different players as possible. Okay, so keep on scrolling. Let's see what else. Okay, here's kind of interesting. All right, so I'm going to press P. And anyway, you can keep on going. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go down here above the film strip, and you're going to go to flag. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to highlight all the photos that you've selected. All right. Once you have this, you can go on to module. I'm sorry, develop module, and do some film editing. Photo editing. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is the easiest way to edit a big batch of photos. I've selected the first photo, I'm pressing Shift, and then I'm clicking on the last one. So everything is selected. And then what I'm going to do here is, first you have to make sure this auto sync is selected. And then what you can do is you can go over here under the color profile and click Auto. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to auto adjust the editing for all of these photos. It's just going to do the default edits that make all of it look edited. And you see the differences in light, shadow, whites, blacks. All of these are new values added with the auto setting. All right, so there's that. The next thing that I want you to know how to do is to crop. Now, there are all sorts of different things that you can do with this program that I'll get into more detail later. This is just a bare bones tutorial. Cropping, though, is another big thing that you should know how to do. In photography, most of the cropping that we'll be doing will be done through traditional aspect ratios so we can print them. So I've clicked the crop button, and I could just click and drag if I felt like it, but because the idea is to ultimately print and publish, I'm going to go here and select some appreciated, understood aspect ratio. And then from here, I can zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, so it's somewhat balanced. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. You want the shoe in the top of the head. Right, okay, so that looks fine. Then I'm pressing enter. Okay, there we have it. All right, so that is a quick tutorial in how to use Lightroom Classic in library and develop mode. Remember, in library mode, you can switch from grid mode by pressing G to loop mode pressing E, and this will focus in on individual photos. Remember the keyword P for flagging, X for unflagging, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for star ratings. And if you'd like to remove all the stars, that's 0. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this fabulous tutorial. Have a nice day!